Hi everyone. Today is the 26th of December. I'm on my way to the Goechala Trek in Sikkim, which is a high altitude trek at a height of roughly 4,600 meters. The highlight of the Goechala Trek is the fact that it is done in the background of the Kanchenjunga, which, as you know, is the third highest mountain range in the world. We've been informed that snow has arrived at the higher regions, which makes our trek and our experience a little bit more dangerous, I suppose, because fresh snow tends to be slippery, but at the same time, it makes the experience all the more exciting. So we start our journey in a little town called Yuksom. It just falls part of Sikkim. Most of the livelihood here is through farming, and the locals, of course, have plenty of small hotels dotted on either side of the road, little cafes and restaurants. So the livelihood really depends on folks like ourselves, tourists that are coming to Sikkim, mostly for treks. But it is a small, quaint little town, and it is nice to be here. This is Yuksom, our first stop.
हम लोग जा रहे हैं साचिन, ठीक है। 5-6 घंटा लग जाएगा और पूरा ही जंगल ट्रेक है आज तो 3 ब्रिजेस क्रॉस करना है हमको। डिसेंट सा स्लोप है, ठीक है। 2 ऐसा रॉकफॉल जोन है, वो रॉकफॉल जोन थोड़ा सा जल्दी से क्रॉस करने का, ठीक है। सामने गाइड रहेगा और पीछे मैं रहूँगा, ठीक है। गाइड और मेरे बीच ही सब रहना, मतलब एक ब्रैकेट के अंदर ही सब रहना, ठीक है। गाइड के आगे कोई नहीं जाएगा और मेरे पीछे कोई नहीं रहेगा। ओके, इज दैट फाइन विद यू? ओके, चलो। और आज का जो ट्रेल है उसमें ये दिख ही रहा है आपको कि बर्फ गिर गया है ऊपर को, तो वाटर सोर्सेस फ्रीज हो चुका है, तो पानी वगैरह शायद नहीं मिलने वाला आज। 1-2 वाटर पॉइंट्स है, लेकिन वो अगर फ्रीज हो जाए तो वो नहीं मिलने वाला। तो सब पानी वगैरह सबने मिल लिया ना।
वन डे ऑफ लग गया था तो 20 को आलू वाला तुझे बता था ना अकेला आलू गया तो उस दिन जाके आना था, हमें स्कूल कैरी करना है इतना तो बड़ा चीज़ यही आया था मैं एक ही।
This is our first suspension bridge. Good morning everybody. Today is day 2 of our trek. Yesterday we trekked from Yuksom to a place called Sachin, which is at an altitude of roughly 2,500 meters. I really found the trek very challenging, going through some very dense and beautiful forests, a lot of up and down. Today, as I said, is day 2, and we're going from a place called Sachin, where we are at the moment, to a place called Tsoka, which is at an altitude of roughly 3,000 meters. We're deep within the Kanchenjunga National Park. Beautiful greenery all around us, loads of ups and downs, and we're actually standing on a suspension bridge. I will just show that to you in a second. So this is our first suspension bridge for the day, and the fourth suspension bridge for our trip overall. And it's really a very exciting time to be here. Behind me is a beautiful river. You can hear the sound of the water gushing and how soothing it is. So this is our first suspension bridge for the day. As we're on our way to Tsoka, it's really a beautiful sight and a very thrilling experience. These prayer flags on the left and the right, the sound of the gushing water, really a beautiful setting. We made a quick stop at a place called Bakim along the way. We're still about an hour and a half away from Tsoka. You can see that the tree line is getting thinner and thinner. We're getting higher and higher up in the mountains. There's cloud cover all around us. Little bit of drizzle, little bit of snowflakes as well. Really beautiful. So we just reached the village of Tsoka after about a 6-hour almost vertical ascent. I can't tell you how exhausting it was. It was an almost vertical ascent. We gained a height of roughly 500 to 600 meters today. And you may think that 500 to 600 meters is actually not a lot, but in mountain terms, with a vertical ascent, it's a crazy amount of effort. I'm also pleased to report, as you can see, there's a complete change in the surroundings. We have now snow at Tsoka, so we're really excited about it. We're now about to settle into some lunch, some hot tea and lunch, which we're really looking forward to because it's really freezing here. I think the temperature must be sub-zero for sure. As you can see, the snow behind me, and there's also a little bit of rain and snow, the early signs of snow kind of dripping in. As you can see, there's a beautiful lake in Tsoka, and right above there is the monastery where we'll be going in just a few minutes. I don't even want to imagine how cold this water is, but it is a beautiful sight nonetheless. It is now freezing. Okay everybody, very good morning. This is day 3 in Tsoka. We've woken up to a nice sunny day. I must inform you, last night was fairly miserable, snowing very heavily, and we were really unsure if we'll be able to go much further. But this morning we've woken up to clear sky. The snow stopped at roughly 1 a.m. in the morning, and the views are really beautiful. So today we're on our way to Zongri top. It's a grueling trek of roughly 8 hours ahead, so a lot of hard work to do today, but hopefully we'll get views of Kanchenjunga a little later on. So that's the game plan for today.
Okay, very good morning guys.
Good morning.
So just few days left of this year, right?
Yeah.
कुछ दिनों में हम 2022 पे कदम रखेंगे और we'll make it with a bang.
Yeah.
ठीक है? So today I need your best performance because today is the day. Today it's total 9 किलोमीटर. ठीक है? 9 किलोमीटर का ट्रेल रहेगा. उसमें से 7 kilometers it will be continuous ascent.
We're just on our way to Zongri now. Left Tsoka about an hour ago. Today is a tough climb. We're gaining about 1,000 meters, which is a lot to gain in one day. Thankfully the sun is shining. has snowed overnight, but the weather seems clear as of now. Great. Woo! Yash!
Yo!
It is so beautiful trekking through the Kanchenjunga National Park. As you can see, we're walking on a snow-laden path, trees on either side. It's really pretty. This scene could well be straight out of a movie. So pretty. Tiring, but pretty. Okay everyone, so yesterday we came through to Zongri, which is at a height of roughly 4,000 meters. It is really one of the most remotest parts on planet Earth. A very, very grueling trek, but a very beautiful trek nonetheless. Really, we were all exhausted by the time we reached after roughly 7-8 hours of non-stop trekking. It so happens that overnight there's been very, very heavy snow. And not just heavy, we've had about 1.5 feet of snow overnight. And that has really made things very, very difficult this morning. Our trek leaders don't really think we can move ahead too much. It's not really safe to go ahead with 1.5 feet of snow. So unfortunately nature has intervened. We will be descending today most likely. So our Goechala trek will be incomplete